Hello everyone, Alicia here with another lightened up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today I'm going to be making peach almond oat protein pancake bars. Now these protein pancake bars have a protein pancake mix base, and I love using that for all different types of things. This recipe is actually based on another version that I've already done for a blueberry. I think I did a strawberry as well. But what I'm going to be doing today is a peach almond version or twist on that recipe because it just sounds good. But the protein pancake mix is just so versatile, works so great for so many things. And this is just another example of how you can use that to make a delicious breakfast bar. So let me jump in and I'll show you what you're going to need to make this. First off, as I said, the base of this anyway is protein pancake mix. I'm using this Krusteaz today. There's lots of different ones out there that you can use, and there's lots of different ones that I do use. The Kodiak is another good one, but I'm using the Krusteaz today, and I'm gonna be using a cup of this. Next up, you're gonna need some old-fashioned or rolled oats. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of those. You're gonna need some almond milk or milk of choice, 1 1/4 cup. I'm just using unsweetened original. And here I've got a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can use whatever type of oil you want though, vegetable, whatever. This is just my oil of choice or preference that I like to use most of the time. You're gonna need 1/2 cup of an unsweetened applesauce, which is roughly what this is. It's a 3.9 ounce cup. Here I've got 2 large eggs. And then you're gonna need some fat-free Greek yogurt. I'm just using this Fage, which is my favorite kind or brand. You're gonna need 3/4 cup of that. To boost the protein in this a little bit more, I'm using this Isopure zero carb protein powder. This is our protein powder preference, one we use all the time. I always like to show the nutritional info on it. It's 100 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs. So I'm gonna be using 2 scoops of this or 62 grams. Now, if you don't wanna use protein powder in this, you don't have to. I would reduce the milk by about 1/4 cup though, if you're not gonna use it. For sweetener in this today, I'm using 2. I'm using the classic Lakanto monk fruit. This is gonna be, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of it on top. And then for in it, I'm gonna use the Lakanto golden. I'm gonna be using 1/3 cup of this. But you can use whatever type of no calorie sweeteners you prefer. The star of the show here is the fresh peaches. I've got 4 here. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna need exactly, but what I'm looking for is 2 cups chopped, and then I'm gonna take 1 and I'm gonna slice it up on top. So I'm gonna probably use 3 of these, but if I need more, I've got the extra 1. And you could also use canned or probably frozen too in this. I think that would work fine. Next up, I'm gonna be using 1/4 cup of sliced almonds, a teaspoon almond extract, a teaspoon cinnamon, which is gonna be divided between the bars themselves and then sprinkling on top. You're gonna need 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. And that is everything that is in this, so let me get it started. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my peaches, which I have washed up nicely, peeled, and then I'm gonna just chop them in little pieces. I'll show you how big once I get them done. But again, I'm looking for 2 cups and I'm gonna just put them in this measuring cup here until I get 2 cups worth. So I've got those all chopped up, and just a little closer look, the size of pieces. Not real big, not real small. That was only 1.5 peaches, so mine are fairly large. I would say it would probably take about 2 medium peaches to get 2 cups. And then again, I'm gonna use 1 or at least part of 1 to slice on top. So now I'm gonna set this aside in a medium-sized bowl. I'm gonna add in my 1 cup pancake mix, 1.5 cups rolled oats, 2 scoops of protein powder. And again, you don't have to add this if you don't want. 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon. And I'm gonna stir this until it's well combined. And I've also got my oven preheating to 350 right now. Got that mixed together well, so I'm gonna set that aside, grab myself a large bowl, and then I'm gonna get my coconut oil melted up while I'm adding my other ingredients in here. So I'm gonna start off with adding in my 2 large eggs, my 1 1/4 cup almond milk, unsweetened applesauce, 3/4 cup Greek yogurt, 1/3 cup Lecanto Golden or no calorie brown sweetener of your choice, teaspoon almond extract. You could also use vanilla if you want. I like the almond. And then finally my melted coconut oil. And now I'm gonna just whisk all of this together until it is nice and combined. Got this whisked together well, so now I'm gonna take my dry ingredients and I'm gonna pour those in and stir those in. Got that all stirred together pretty well. I'm not seeing any more dry in there, so I'm gonna grab my peaches, pour those in, and fold those in. Okay, got that done. So now I'm gonna grab myself a 9x9 inch pan or casserole dish. And I forgot to show my cooking spray like I do quite a bit, but you're gonna wanna spray this with some cooking spray, and I will have this down in the ingredients list below in the description box, and also on the www recipe builder link. I'm gonna spray that, and I'm gonna pour this in. Kind of smooth that out in there. Now I'm gonna take the other half of my peach, I'm gonna slice that up. And I'm also gonna get my Lecanto Classic mixed up with my last half teaspoon of cinnamon, and then grab my 1/4 cup of almonds, and I will be back. Okay, I've got that other half peach sliced up, fairly thin slices, and I went ahead and just left the skin on that half because I think it's gonna add a little rustic look to this, which I think will be nice. So now I'm gonna take these peaches and I'm gonna just kind of lay them on the top here. And you can totally skip this step if you want, but again, I think it's gonna make it look nice. And now I've got my 1/4 cup sliced almonds measured out. I'm gonna just sprinkle those on top of my peaches. And then finally, I've got my tablespoon of Lecanto Classic and half teaspoon cinnamon that I've mixed together. I'm gonna just sprinkle that on the top. All right, this is ready to go in my preheated oven at 350 for, I'm guessing, probably 45 minutes. I'm gonna start checking it before that point, and it might take longer. It might be closer to 55 minutes, but we're gonna start checking probably around the 40-minute mark. And you're just looking for this to be nice and set up in the middle, but I will be back at that point. I let this bake just about 50 minutes. It's definitely looking done. It's nice and set in the center. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just let this cool down mostly. And then I will come back and I'll cut into it, show you a serving size, give you a points, and I'll have my hubby tell you what it tastes like. Okay, I let this cool mostly, and I cut a serving out. So hopefully you can see what it looks like inside. And then here's my serving. So I've got this factored in at 9 servings, which is got a 9th here. And that is gonna be 4 points. This smells really, really good. I'll have my hubby taste it, tell you what he thinks of it, but it definitely smells really good. All right, got my husband here. Say hello.
Hello.
Now this is peach almond oat protein pancake bars. I've done a similar blueberry and a strawberry. I think the strawberry was more recently. So you've had something similar to this. Go ahead and, 4 points.
Okay.
It smells good though,
I can tell you already it's worth 4 points.
It smells yummy.
I love peaches.
Yeah. Now my peaches were not as ripe as I would have liked them to be, but I think they'll still be okay in something like this. Good? What flavors are you picking up in there? I'm kind of curious.
Almond.
Almond? Okay, yeah.
Is that almond extract?
Almond extract, yep.
So that's I would say that's probably the primary.
I love almond extract. As I said earlier, you can use vanilla if you're not a fan of almond extract, but I think the almond pairs really well with peach. Well, and almond.
I'm not getting a whole lot of peach.
No, and I think that's because those peaches were not very ripe.
Yeah, I mean, I can taste them.
Because there's 2 cups of peaches.
But if you were to blindfold me, I would say that this is like an almond cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bummed. The peaches weren't the ripest, and I really only had today to make this, so we went with them. But I would definitely suggest ripe peaches. And the other thing on the peaches, real quick, I don't think I ever said, I would say you need about a pound. I weighed the other 2. I used 2 total for this, and they were pretty large. And the other 2 are about the same size, and they're right at a pound. So you need a pound total between the chopped and the sliced. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So the seasoning's real nice. It's light. It's sweet. Like I said, I really like the almond. It'd go really good with coffee.
Yes.
You can definitely taste the peaches. I just wish they were a little more
Prominent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I'm sure that's just because they're not ripe.
Yeah.
Unripe peaches aren't really sweet.
No, the sugars aren't really kicking.
For 4 points, that's killer. Really satisfying.
So you like that?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was peach almond oat protein pancake bars. Be sure to check down the description box below where you'll find the full list of ingredients, instructions, WW points, calories, macros, other nutritional info, all that good stuff. Oh, and WW recipe builder link. All that will be down in the description box below. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, as always, for watching, and we will see you on the next one.